Chapter 12, Mishnah 4. The previous Mishnah taught that every voluntary mincha must contain a minimum of 1 isaron of flour. This Mishnah addresses the maximum amount of flour that a single voluntary mincha may contain. A person may donate a mincha of up to 60 isarons and bring it all in one vessel as a single mincha. But if he said, I hereby accept on me to bring 61 isarons, he brings 60 isarons in one vessel and 1 isaron in another vessel, i.e., it must be brought as 2 mincha offerings, because the largest amount of flour that can be brought as a single voluntary mincha is 60 isarons. The reason for this is because the largest amount of isarons that the community ever brings is 61 isarons on the first day of the festival of Sukkot that falls on Shabbos. And it is sufficient for the individual to be one less than the community. Thus, since the largest amount of isarons that can be brought by the community at one time is 61, the largest mincha that an individual can bring is one less, which is 60 isarons. Atana challenges this explanation and offers a different reason for the maximum amount of 60 isarons. Rabbi Shimon said, can this reason really be correct? Why, of the 61 isarons offered on Sukkot, some of those isarons are brought for the bulls and rams, and others are brought for the lambs, and they may not be mixed with one another? Thus, since the 61 isarons brought by the community were not brought as a single mincha, how can we learn from it how many isarons an individual may bring as a single mincha? Rather, the reason that more than 60 isarons may not be brought by an individual in a single vessel is because up to 60 isarons of oil and flour can be mixed, while more than 60 isarons of oil and flour cannot be mixed. The rabbis questioned Rabbi Shimon's explanation. They said to him, is it possible to say that 60 isarons can be mixed while 61 cannot be mixed? Can just 1 isaron make such a difference? Rabbi Shimon said to them, all the measurements of the sages are this way, i.e., they are given in precise terms, and even a small difference causes the mitzvah to be invalid. For example, a person can immerse himself in a mikveh containing 40 sa of water, while in 40 sa minus 1 kortav, i.e., a small amount, he cannot immerse himself. It would seem that such a small amount of water would not make a difference. Nevertheless, the sages stated that even a drop less than 40 sa invalidates the mikveh. We see that the measurements of the sages were stated in exact terms. Ola and shlamim offerings are accompanied with wine offerings, known as nesachim. The amount of wine offered depends on the type of animal brought. For a lamb, the amount is 3 lugan. For a ram, 4 lugan, and for a bull, 6 lugan. See Bamidbar chapter 15, verses 5 through 10. A person may also donate a wine offering on its own without an animal offering. See Gemara 104a. This wine is then offered in the same manner as wine nesachim that accompany animal offerings. See next Mishnah, no 1. The Mishnah teaches how much wine may be donated by itself, i.e., without an animal offering. One may not donate 1 log, 2 lugan, or 5 lugan of wine, since these amounts are never brought along with an animal offering, but one may donate 3, 4, or 6 lugan, and any amount of lugan from 6 lugan and higher, because these amounts of wine are brought along with 1 or more animal offerings.